Not gonna lie, hon. As I'm wandering around here, I'm not entirely sure what I can actually do today. There are buses that will take you to the main port, and from there you can get a taxi, supposedly. But I'm not sure why I would pay for a taxi to go somewhere, and there's not much there as far as I've read. So, man, maybe they'll have maps there, so I'll have an idea where everything is, how to get there. Maybe I can just get a lot of steps in, who knows? And maybe I'll just discover that there's really nothing that interests me. I'm just gonna have to see. In the meantime, at least I can catch a bus to get to the port and see how that goes. All right, so they do have shuttles, and they've got something on line here to get on one. No big deal, there seems to be another bus right behind this one. Okay, well, we've been let out here in the middle of what feels like nowhere. Okay, but there is, okay, now I see something. And it's basically a toll thing. So I guess this is where we start our adventure. I'm starting to think this is a bit of a mistake. I'm just looking around here after having been dropped off, and that little toll station was basically nothing. Just stepped off of a median boulevard, and you can see all the little three-wheeled cabs behind me. I've been approached by a few people already. But I have to admit, unless I know where I want to go, it's kind of hard to instruct them to take me there. It's kind of pointless. And honestly, I don't know that there's anywhere I really want to go. So, that having been said, I think I may have just wasted my time. I'm going to be doing a little bit of walking just to see what there is here. I got to get my steps anyway. Without an idea of what I want to do and where I want to go, and I don't know where I'm going to get something like that. Even a map would be nice, but there is nothing so far. And I'm starting to think that that's not going to be in the cards. I think I might have wasted my time getting out here. Anyway, I'm not going to claim that I'm disappointed by this. I was kind of expecting it. But in some respects, it's disappointing that my fears have proven to be reality. It's not so much fears, except in the term of, I was afraid this was going to happen, type of thing. I don't feel fearful so much, although the fact that there's barbed wire just a few yards away from the road doesn't really bode well. I feel more comfortable and more when I was walking around. Here, it's just kind of intimidating to be having to deal with touts and the like, although they're not quite as bad as in Lombok. It's just that it's over a more widespread area, so it's not like you're absolutely swarmed by them. One nice thing is, by having this camera in front of me, and I'm talking to you, I don't actually have to talk to anybody, much less the touts. So there's that. But I think I'm kind of stuck here. Well, that's torn it then. I ran into a nice Australian couple and a friend of theirs, or maybe it's just someone who they just decided to travel with on this particular excursion, as it were. Asked them what they were doing, and they had already booked a safari. And they went and also told me, if you're not looking for a safari, there's probably not much here for you. And me not being much of an animal person, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, with that kind of information, I think I am gonna wash my hands of this place. At least I got out and got around here and looked around and saw basically nothing. For those who are into wildlife, I suppose this is a place to go. Ride an elephant, see other things that are going on here. But it's not my thing, so gonna head right on back. And thus endeth our tour. I've been barely on shore for, I'm gonna say, half an hour at most, and I'm already back at the port because there really isn't anything there. Turns out that a taxi ride into the big town, and I guess there is a bigger town than Hambantota, but that would run $50 US, and I don't pay that kind of money for anywhere, especially when I don't have any plans there. It's just not worth it. And while I'm told it's a 15-minute walk into Hambantota, I saw barbed wire on the sides of the road. I wasn't about to chance that, so I'm just gonna give up and go back to my room. Sometimes it's just, that's the way it goes. Anyway, pity I didn't have better luck. Maybe tomorrow we'll do better. Take care.